Well, hello. Welcome back to YAP Central again. We are really happy and we are blessed to have you guys connect with us every single, what is it, Saturday?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's every Saturday.
Other Saturday.
Oh,
Clearly doesn't know our schedule.
Every other Saturday. And it's becoming, I'm going to start over again because I'm like choking a lot. I feel like I need to have a better introduction.
No, we're keeping this. How's it going, guys? Hope you enjoyed today's, or not today. If you're watching this Saturday, last 2 weeks, I guess.
Oh, jeez.
Last episode, guys.
We're all here this time around.
And there's a new camera angle.
We're testing our new shots, so.
Yeah, we're testing stuff out. Hopefully it works.
Well, we have to do a little clean. Ready? Right. Well, welcome back to YAP Central.
Oh, we're doing it again.
What? Oh.
You guys do it?
Anyway.
That's good.
Well, anyways, we are back. And Danny, how was your break?
Good-ish.
What did you do?
Not fun stuff. But we're here, guys, darn it.
Yeah, that's right.
We
Sometimes
missed you.
You got to do what you got to do. Yeah, you were talking trash, though.
You was talking.
Yeah,
well, I heard that you kicked me out.
No, I didn't kick you. You were cast. The demon was casted out, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but you were free until until he recorded again.
Oh.
So
well, we're back.
Again. Get up.
We're
back at it again, and we actually have a really good episode this week. It's going to be very interesting. We might get deep again, but you already know.
So
we have 3 jokers here.
Hopefully you brought your shovel because we're going in deep.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Or your bobcat.
Not the animal.
Bobcat?
No, not the bobcat. You know,
I swear I thought I saw a bobcat in the hood the other day.
That'd be crazy.
That is a crazy sentence to say out loud.
well, they're probably doing construction. That's why.
No, like an extra. Oh,
Dude, these jokes are getting out of hand. Terrible.
Okay,
They're not sweaty. They're not sweaty, so
guys.
don't act like
That
they're
was a
sweaty.
good one.
Stop
Thank
it.
you.
You have cargo pants.
Yeah.
More
TikTok.
like
Jealous?
More
Are you
like
jealous?
More like we have cargo pants.
You guys look like you guys are about to. Oh, wow.
Oh, goodness! Not a water bottle incident again. Anywho.
Well, I was telling Jesus that his pants reminded me of Napoleon Dynamite when he shoves. Have you guys seen that movie?
Yep.
Nope.
Daniel, you've never seen that movie?
Never.
I'm surprised you haven't.
Yep.
I feel
Central
like
movie
you'll like
review.
it.
Yep. Central.
You would like it. It's like
3 straight episodes of movie reviews now.
It's good we talk about movies every
we quote
episode.
We gotta
about
stop
movies.
doing movie reviews.
no, seriously, we do. We should do one. No, but it's just like this movie is
Napoleon
just. It was such a low. I was actually reading
yeah.
into it that it was such a low budget movie.
Yeah.
But it made millions.
Yeah.
Because it's just so every scene is random and it's. But there's a scene there where he shoves tater tots in his cargo pants. He actually strategically, and then some guy that's bullying him just kicks him in his legs to mess up the taters. He just goes, oh.
It's pretty funny.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
Tater tots.
But anyways, we have a good episode this week. We all decided to take a test.
Well, before
Wait. You had a question.
We're starting off the show with a question. Just as a warm-up question so we can get it rolling, right?
Go ahead.
I had a question. I thought about this. I was sitting down and I was listening to a worship song.
Amen.
Okay. Right.
This is Christian. No one cares that you were sitting down. Just get to the question.
I was sitting down and I was listening to
I
a
care
care.
that you were sitting down.
I would have been worried you were just standing
Yeah.
and listening to music instead of sitting down.
I was sitting down and I was listening to some worship songs in my couch. It was about 6:05 p.m. on a Thursday afternoon. It was warm, about 62 degrees.
It
was a little
That's not that
humid.
warm.
The temperature was good, but you know, like the index for like allergies, about 31, so it was a good day.
What about the humidity? Did you
Humidity,
say that?
30%.
30%.
Yeah. Wind was going northeast
Okay.
about 2 miles per hour.
What was your
How
coordinates for the sun?
pretty
Oh,
How
it was
about yours?
7306 point. Anyways,
He was sitting.
I had a question. Something came on to me from heaven.
Amen.
It's giving
A dove.
Carlos.
From heaven. It just dropped, and then I thought, you know, this worship song that I was listening to was really beautiful, but it didn't have that many views. Like, it was like a famous song, quote unquote famous, because like it was good song, like a song that you listen to, but it's not like a song that has like 200 million views on YouTube. And then I thought, nowadays they come out with new songs and they're like super popular. They go viral. They're everywhere on TikTok. You listen to them like every week. Churches are singing them all the time. And then there's those songs that you listen to that as soon as you play them,
They hit.
they hit. I don't know. It's 'cause you're vibrating.
You're vibrating. What does that mean?
It's because you're just like,
Because when you laugh, when a fat person laughs, everything vibrates.
all right, man. Yeah, so what do you guys think? Would you rather, if you were to be part of something with respect to like worship, let's say you guys are sound engineers, you know how to sing.
Kind of.
Adriana, you know how to sing, right?
No.
Big time, yeah. Yeah,
I identify as a singer, but yes.
Okay. And me, I'm like more of like a camera guy. And I thought if I was
Sorta.
part of like a video for a song, would you want to be part of a viral song or would you want to be part of a song that's like anointed to the point where it's like when people go and listen to that song, they get in contact with the Lord?
That's easy.
Yeah.
Viral. I'm just kidding.
I was like, oh.
That's easy. It's anointed song.
Anointed.
Yeah. I want an anointed song because it'll last forever. I feel like it'll last more than a viral song because like viral will go at its peak and it'll just die down.
Yes.
While some of these anointed songs, they're just always up there.
You can play it 70 times and you
And
won't
like
get
different churches will do it, but it's just like anointed songs more because it's like more like sent from God Himself. It's just like, here you go.
tired. Yeah.
So yeah,
That is.
And some of the oldie songs right now that are being played, like worship ones, they're the ones that are really hitting.
yeah,
Because those songs back then, it wasn't about being viral. It wasn't about, getting the views. It was more about really talking into God's heart
yeah.
to translate into people's hearts. Wow, I was
Okay. Another quote for her.
Oh God, this book is changing my life. We'll talk about
The
that
Bible?
later. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Amen.
What
You're just looking at me. It's my
you-
turn. I guess
you
it's
didn't
my
answer,
turn.
but-
Was it?
What?
I think it depends on what your goal is. Like, for example, as someone who does sound, I could say, well, if I want exposure and more work, I can do the viral song and say, all right, so the person who produced or mixed it and stuff was me, so I could get more work and stuff like that. So, for me personally, I would do I would rather do like the anointed song because I don't know. I just feel like I despise. Okay, not despise. What's a lesser word? I don't like worship songs that are like more centered on on people, and that's what you see a ton nowadays. All these songs that are super famous, and they're only called worship songs because they're slow in tempo, and
They have
but
like
they're not
God
actually.
mentioned it once.
Yeah, they mention God every now and then, but they're not really worship songs. They're like songs that are slow, and maybe I don't know, like it's not very much worship music anymore. It's more like slow music that maybe will help you pray every now and then.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But I think that's the vast majority of the newer songs.
Yeah.
It's a lot of that. It's a lot of hoopla, they'd say.
Yeah, I mean, what's her? Sorry, I had to clear my throat there. What's her name? The girl that we always talk about at the office. But she's always crying. No shade. She's like crying in the videos of like what's her name? Stephanie. Stephanie.
Stephanie
Gretzinger.
I can't say her name. Gretzinger. But she was actually talking about that. How there's no more. It's all about the the technical aspect now. Everybody worries about the lights, the smoke, the concert setting. They forgot that the beauty doesn't come within the materialistic
visual.
things or the visuals. The beauty comes from whatever God has put in your heart, and she just goes deep about that. And I mean, I agree. I think there's a lot of viral songs right now that have nothing to do with who God is, and it doesn't come from. I mean, they speak about the Lord, and I mean, they're good songs. They have good beats to them, but they don't do anything for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we started a book with the worship team where the guys like, yeah, all this stuff is great. Really nice audio equipment is great. Really cool lights is awesome, and the screen's nice. But if you get carried away on the add-ons you can say and these extra nice things, which is super nice, you'll get like lost in all your equipment and worried about production rather than worrying about
As
like
a
worshiping.
wise man once said, "Don't get lost in the sauce."
Dude, that's a wise man, bro. That's exactly
what
right.
I'm talking about. We're having a deep moment.
I was not expecting
That what is it saying fits perfectly.
Exactly.
Don't get lost
In the sauce. Whoa. In the sauce. I'm not from the Bronx.
We
I'm not
know.
from Boston. But I've been playing around with this accent for so many years that now I actually say box or socks
or sauce
or just I don't know. But
it's stuck.
It's stuck.
What about that color pants? Like a brown, what do you call it? Like a brown pants. What do you call it?
brown.
No. There's a specific
I'm saying it
name.
weird.
Brown pants.
Beige.
No. There's a specific, you know it. Target employees.
Khakis?
Say it.
Khakis.
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 That's
That sounds like car keys.
Car keys.
Okay.
I left my car keys in my car keys.
Oh.
Anywho.
I get it.
Anywho.
Wow.
I like that.
But anyways, well, this week we
We'll go back to your. He was going deep. Into
What
the-
did I say?
You were talking about like don't get lost in the sauce,
That's
and
in
then
the
later
sauce.
you were talking. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. The phrase "don't get lost in the sauce" wraps it up quite nice.
All right,
You tend to get lost in the Chick-fil-A sauce sometimes.
Hey man, what can I say?
that's the Lord sauce. Though.
That's the Lord's doing right there.
Chick-fil-A. If you want to sponsor
As a good
us,
friend of
please.
mine once
Please.
said, "That's just God's plan, bro."
Who's that friend?
I don't know.
Some wise man.
Very wise man.
It's always
bro.
a wise man.
That's right.
Says the most profound things.
Well, he's not that wise if you forgot who he is.
God's plan, though.
God's plan.
Well, I've been watching the videos. Stop it! Don't make fun of the way they say it's videos,
You
right?
said, you said yeah.
Video.
But something say VGO or something like that.
Videos?
Anyway, continue.
Go I've been watching the videos, and the time that I was not here, that you guys talked about relationships.
What videos are you talking about?
Our video that we posted,
Oh,
like,
okay.
I think it was
On YAP Central?
the YAP Central.
2 episodes ago.
It was 2 episodes ago.
When you were
guys
here?
talked about relationships. I would like to know what your opinion was on that, on the toxic traits.
I
I
thought
think,
it was
yeah,
for
we already
that.
talked about that.
He
we
was
didn't
there.
get your point.
You weren't
it
here.
was me.
He's asking us
Oh my God.
question.
I
when
was like,
it's
Kenny
for
was
him.
there.
I was getting confused. I was like, wait.
Yeah, I'm
didn't
like-
we already do
Yeah,
I'm
we
like-
already talked about that.
I know, but I wanted. Never mind.
Maybe.
I
if
mean,
you watched
last
the
week
episode,
episode-
Is
I
there
did
a
watch it.
specific?
No, last
question
week
you want to
episode,
ask?
Jesus asked that question, like, "Oh, do you think there's a destined person for you?" What was
Oh
it?
yeah, I guess I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
What did you thought
Danny
about
wasn't
that?
Oh, I did hear that
Yeah.
while I was editing that.
That's what I was meaning.
There's an example in the Old Testament where one of the servants of, I believe it was Jacob, went to the well and they asked God, which one of these women should I take to my son Isaac? I believe, I maybe got the names wrong. And he said, God, as a sign, let it be a woman who's carrying the thing in a certain way. And then sure enough, there's a woman who does exactly that. And he says, you are going to be Isaac's wife. Let's go. She goes, bet. That's not what she said, but that's essentially what happened.
that's the Gen Z version.
That's right. And so she goes, and the Bible says that Isaac, as soon as he saw her, immediately fell in love with her. Okay, my point is, that was Old Testament. In the New Testament, you don't really get that. And even in the Old Testament, it was only that.
It was Paul just talking about like, hey, you.
Paul says, if I were you, I'd be single, is what he
Yeah.
said.
He said, but he also said, but if you want to get married, bro, get married.
Yeah, he said, he literally says, if you can't handle your like desires, then get married. But I'd rather you be single.
Why are you looking at me?
Ah.
Dang.
What the heck?
Just-
Was that
I
supposed
looked
to
over
be?
just to be
No, he's just
looking
trying
around.
to sample. Yeah.
looking at the crowd, but if the shoe fits,
Whoa.
go ahead and wear it. No, but anyway, with that being said, I don't know. I feel like your family is that's a huge decision.
Yeah.
Humans tend to be, how can I say, like idiots. I don't know if God necessarily would just let us pick on such a super
Yeah.
important decision as that. I'm not gonna sit here and say God had. It's a tricky one. If you told me which way I lean towards, I would say God has someone in mind whom he would like for you to get together with. For example, but there are people who like get married before they even knew the gospel.
Yeah.
And then they end up, you know, for example, pastors Andy and Onenguis Roseo, who met before the gospel. Now they're both pastoring together. So it's like a whole interesting thing. The more you think about it, it's just a deep.
It's like something you would
You get your
keep
shovels.
talking about.
Get your shovels, boys
I
and
do want
girls.
to point something out, and it's like, I don't know if you guys know, but in the story, doesn't like the servant ask Rebecca if she wants to come with? Like she gives her the decision to come.
It's not Rebecca, I don't think.
I mean,
The lady, well, I don't have my phone, but
it's
I
not-
believe he's like, let's go. And she says, all right, let's go.
yeah, and that's what I was gonna get at. Like at one point you see like the supernatural hand of God, and in the
Yeah.
other you see like the person is like, are you gonna do it or not? Are you gonna
Yeah.
accept the sign or not? Like, are you gonna actually go marry this man, or do you want to stay here?
Yeah.
So I guess that's in a way that's like we see
It's
both.
a very interesting topic because, like, sure, could you go get married to somebody in Vegas tonight? Yeah,
yeah.
definitely you can. I think Hersom did it once. And that's a. I'm just kidding. Hey, that's a joke. We can cut that out if you want.
No. We'll
Nah, keep it. Clip it.
I almost did.
Oh, hey, wait a minute.
we'll leave it for
It
another.
was. I don't want to get into it.
Nah, that's fine. We won't get into it.
But
But
Jesus Herson.
amen. What was that? I didn't even hear what he said.
It was pre-Jesus
Oh,
Herson.
there you go. I thought I said thank you, Jesus, for Hersom.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, but it's a very interesting topic. I don't know. I do think that God has someone for everyone. Does it always work out that way? I guess you can say it's up to you. It's a toughie though.
Listen, this is what I think. Now, you guys can agree with me or not, but
It's true.
when you decide to work out, you decide to get a gym membership, right? Follow me.
We're with you,
I'm not
buddy. We're
following
with
I
Which
was
gym?
kind of lost.
You know, the goal is to be healthy and the goal is to be skinny. But you have to try out different machines for what works for you to get to that end goal. What I'm trying to say.
I'm
Let me-
so
let me-
what are you trying to
scared.
say?
Let me stop you right there.
No, what are you trying to say?
Oh,
Are you saying
What I'm trying to say
a
is
relationship?
what he's
is like
trying
a
to say
squat
is when
machine?
you get a soft drink and you want to try them all, you just push it. If you like that one, you move on.
what
to
I'm
the
trying to
next,
say
you know?
is the following:
Okay,
is that
because I don't go to the gym, I wouldn't understand. But the soda
The
machine,
soft
I
drink,
understand.
I don't go to the
I
gym,
got
obviously.
No one's mentioned
no,
anything.
no
you.
one's
Yeah.
said that.
It
Well,
seems like the only
you're
one who makes,
thinking it, guys.
the only
I
one who
know
makes fun of
whoever's
your
watching,
weight
you're
is
thinking.
yourself. You make
That's
it.
fine. It's because I learned from Fat Ate Me from
Hey, now there you
From-
go. Central movie review.
from what's it called?
Yeah, Central
Perfect.
Movie Review.
Pitch Perfect. It's she says
It's not a baseball
Why do you
movie.
call yourself Fat
I
Ate Me?
heard.
She's like, well, so you skinny. Don't do it behind my back. So I'd rather.
Yeah, but the problem is you accuse us,
Yeah.
but you're the only one who's
Yeah,
saying
because
it.
I have issues.
Yeah, okay.
You gotta
Speaking
go
of
back to the
issues,
book. Speaking of issues.
Speaking of issues, but anyways, what I'm trying to get to is that you have to try out the machines. I'm not saying that you got to try out different people, but I think
Sounds
that
like
life is work. I think the Lord has given us free will. That wait, no, hold on. But hold on. You are destined to be with someone. Is that you have to find that person, and that comes with the way that you mature, the way that you set your boundaries for yourself, and that person. I guess you both are working at it together without you guys not even knowing. And I think the Lord brings you together whenever you are ready for it. Some people, like we were talking about, our pastors, they decided to move fast. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Well, in those times. But what I'm saying is that's not the case with everybody. But if you are now someone who is a believer and, reads the word and everything, I think that you are destined to be with someone. But you just have to mature in your spiritual life to get to that end point.
Moral of the story is just
Trust God.
just try all the
God's plan,
sodas.
bro. Moral of the
God's
story
plan,
is God's
as the
plan.
wise man says, but not even more so important, but work on yourself to be the best person of yourself.
I can't wait till you date.
Oh, thanks, man. You helping me out? Trying to help me out? You
I have
know
a few
somebody?
friends.
Okay.
I'll say
One of them is
those.
not Christian, but I feel like there's hope for her.
Hey, you can
Okay.
convert
Hey,
her.
amen. Like I feel like
There's hope for her. And I feel like a man like you would help her.
I can change her.
I'm just kidding.
I
No,
can
that's
change
another
her.
topic.
That's a
That is
different
another
topic. In
topic.
itself. That's a whole different.
More of the story is work as hard as yourself on your can. What did I say? Work as hard as you can on yourself and be the best person you can. So when it's time, you'll be ready.
Mm.
One thing you don't know about me, I use a lot of examples that are kind of off-putting, but they make sense.
Off-putting. So the pudding is over here. It's not on the
There's
pudding.
pudding.
No, go ahead.
Oh.
I got it.
And speaking of issues,
I have plenty. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
we have some for sure.
so guys, we decided to take this test called, what's it called?
Anxiety
How
test.
anxious are you?
like it's like a
Yeah, it was the
game.
Ramsey, what's it called?
It's a test from
It's
I don't have
Dr.
it
John
outside.
Deloney, and it's called the anxiety test. And we all decided to take that test. And our results, they varied
Yeah.
across the board.
definitely varied. I actually
And-
don't know yours, and I don't remember yours,
Yeah, I
and
wanna-
I'm
Now,
maybe
the
remember
way
yours.
that, oh God, my insecurities. You got to cover up the
It's because Harrison is wearing only underwear. He lifted
Yeah,
his
sorry
pants
about
in
that,
his
Stop
guys.
it.
car.
No, I'm not. I'm
Well, he
wearing
had pants, but
shorts.
on his way here, he dropped the
Don't tell
coffee and
people
it was a
I'm
whole
wearing
mess.
underwear.
So he's only
Oh, no,
wearing.
On
I
his
lost
way
my
here, the
results.
pudding fell off, and then
And
So there
anyways-
was pudding.
No, there was. Not
Oh
anymore.
my God.
So on his pants.
Anyways, the test.
Anyway,
pants
so
is
this
soaked.
test, you take it. It's a few questions.
was a
It's
lot
like a
of
person.
questions.
It wasn't a lot of questions.
Some of them I kind of just guessed.
Now
That's the problem. You see, now you gotta
Yeah, that's
retake
why-
it.
Danny, I retook
retook
my
it?
test.
Good.
The reason why
You
is
didn't believe
because
it.
I feel like some of the questions I didn't answer
Correctly.
correctly. It's because I kind of went too fast on it. You know what I mean? So I actually analyzed the question and, answered it. So the way that you are scored in this test is by color.
So like it's
red, yellow, and green.
It's not a test to say are you anxious or
Stoplight.
not. It's telling you
What you need to
if
work
you
on.
are and in what areas of your life. It's obviously not a super highly accurate thing. It's like a more like this is a very general thing to help you become more. What is it like? To help you know what a problem is and work your way to solving the problem.
But the shoe definitely fit when I read my
Dude,
description.
some of them-
you read that description, you go, and you blew my mind, bro.
Mine?
My mind.
Oh. No,
Big
mine
ol' head,
were
my big-
big old head.
no, my big old head.
Oh,
Big old head.
for nothing.
Yeah, so
So
in the
I
last
thi-
episode, you have to excuse me. In the last episode, he did say I called him a big head. It's true, I do call him a big head. I don't call him fat. It's just that he's got a big old dome and it does a whole lot of nothing. That's all I say.
But my head
But
fits.
maybe we could
No,
call it a
hold
truce.
on.
Okay.
It's just that my head is attached to my body.
That is
and
true.
my head represents my body.
I don't know about
And
that
so when you
one. It's
talk
just-
about my head, you're talking about my body.
No,
so
it's
you're
like
calling
if
me
somebody's
big,
got a
that's
big nose.
fine. Their mom called me a
bull.
A bull.
Yeah.
That I breathe like a bull.
Now that's different than me calling you a big
Oh,
head.
gosh, you're doing it right now.
Oh my God.
As an example.
But that's what fat people do.
Okay.
Breathe.
We breathe a little loud because there's a lot of stuff going on.
Happens. It
Yeah,
happens.
but we're working on it. You shouldn't put your feet out there like that, huh?
I know. You're dirty soft.
They're not dirty. The cream color
Sure thing, buddy.
That shirt's dirty. It's
No.
white.
show the audience.
No.
Okay, so here's the thing. I got these socks from Jesus. He bought this for my birthday. They're just cream color.
That's not cream.
The bottom of it does
That's
The
not.
bottom
not
of it because I
cream.
wear it
It's
on the
giving
ground.
yellow.
It's not yellow. It's
Boy
cream.
hasn't washed them socks in
It's
5
cream.
weeks.
You haven't washed this hoodie ever.
I don't remember.
It's white.
buying those socks.
They weren't cream, were they? They were white.
I remember buying completely white
Ah.
socks. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
Nasty,
I'm just
dirty
kidding.
socks.
They were like different
Stinky,
colors.
nasty, dirty.
They were like.
Just say you mixed them with the other.
Was there some like
With the
pink ones?
colors.
No, there was gray, blue, and cream.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
and white.
They were like off white,
They were
but they weren't that off. They weren't that off white.
You know you can wash your socks, bro. Like it's okay.
Jesus, we're both wearing cargo pants because I didn't want to let you be
He
by
literally
yourself.
went to
We're
go change
both
it,
wearing
and you
socks, too.
stabbed him in the back, bro.
And you
weird
stabbed him in the back.
Stand in the back.
Nasty,
Commercial
dirty.
break. I'm
We can
gonna
talk
go
about
change.
no.
But anyways,
Anyways, thanks Jelena for sponsoring our video.
I'm
And my
thankful
brother.
because you-
Oh yeah, have you?
Javier Empanadas. If you want some, DM them and they'll.
They have no way to contact them.
Yeah, no.
We'll put your Instagram
Comment on our
there.
YouTube videos and we'll send
Be
the
like, hey,
information
yo, I
to
want
them.
some, and we'll send you the information.
Yes,
They're bomb.
They're really
very-
good.
They're really good.
She asked me to help her make some one time, and she was like, "Do you want to help me?" And I really didn't. I'm confessing, I didn't want to do it the other day, but those empanadas are actually really good.
They're
That I
very-
went because I was gonna get free empanadas, and then she made me buy the ones I ate.
Sounds about right. You gotta
You
pay the
just
piper,
spat
dude.
out
I call that a business move.
That's right, bro. If you want to eat, you gotta pay for it.
I was kind of upset. Anyways,
So we're going back to our anxiety test. We're going to talk about our results. And who would like to go first?
Before we continue,
Oh, right,
none of
yeah.
us are licensed therapists.
No.
We don't know a whole lot.
Speaking for
This is
yourself.
just a test on the internet that we took.
And you can also take.
from
and we'll-
BuzzFeed.com.
We'll put it.
Not
We'll probably
from
put it on
BuzzFeed.
the description.
Yeah, we'll add
we
it to the
could.
description. If you guys want to take in, share us your results. It'd be fun.
Or that's personal.
Or
can
you don't
keep
have
that
to.
yourself.
But if you
red,
like
what
to.
does red
Okay.
mean?
So what the colors mean, it's a stoplight, okay? So red means your body might be sounding the alarms in this area. Yellow means your body might be trying to get your attention in this area. And green results means your body appears to be in peace in this area.
I have a question, teacher.
Yes, Jesus.
How many areas are there?
So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So one is connection, freedom, mindfulness, health and healing, and belief, and reality. So those are the.
So to be clear, when he says sounding the alarms, we've been reading the book.
Reading the book, yeah.
He means that like being anxious is only like a smoke detector.
Mm-hmm.
It's telling you that there's a fire.
There's
in
a
the house.
fire.
And he used a really, really great analogy of the
Yeah,
house on
it's a
fire,
great
which I
analogy.
thought was crazy.
Because people think that like anxiety, it's like I'm tripping, like it's it. But he's literally telling you
It's like a
the
warning.
fire alarm.
It's a warning.
It's a warning from
okay.
other variables that are actually happening in your life that are causing that your anxiety.
What he's
attack.
saying is
Oh, I like that.
your anxiety is not the problem. Your anxiety is telling you where you have a problem.
That's
So a fire alarm, he says.
Never really thought of that. I like that.
No, and he has the
Dude, that's deep.
That
no,
is really
no.
deep.
This book is deep, and we'll put the link in the description
yes.
here because it's actually a very good book. And when I took the test, and when me and Danny were talking about it at work, I was stunned because it's like that thing knew me, and it actually kind of like, damn, like, I knew I had some issues,
When
but
other-
wow,
I didn't know they were all red.
I didn't get all red. Mine, I got
one green.
I don't care for saying mine.
No,
Mine,
I don't care.
my red was freedom. My red was mine. Oh, freedom. What does freedom mean?
So they're long.
Just kind of summarize it a little bit. Well, freedom is like you don't make time for yourself,
This goes
and
like
you're always busy. You're always like there's, right?
Yeah, it says this score shows you may have many areas of your life where you're not free at all. So like, your body might be sounding the alarms right now because you're experiencing a lack of freedom in one or more areas of like, for example, money or like your cluttered and stuff or your time or your boundaries. Stuff like that can overwhelm you and cause like, or maybe there's chaos in your house and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they don't let you be free.
I feel like we should talk about the red ones. I got red on mindfulness, on freedom, and freedom and mindfulness.
Mine, I got one red in connection, surprise, surprise, except I'm not surprised.
What did I get? I sent this.
oh yeah, let me.
Oh, mine is reality, mindfulness. That's a
I
red.
think mine
Yeah.
were reality and
Reality and connections.
connection.
Reality is,
Yeah, those were
the reality
the
is
two
kind of
red
deep,
ones.
dude.
Reality
deep.
is super deep.
connection. Red already knew connection was gonna be red.
Can you read reality? Because I would think that's the one that I was actually
Yeah.
more.
So reality says the reason your body may be trying to get your attention in this area of reality is either because your body is aware of a situation or situations in your life that you don't want to admit are really happening, or because past trauma has trained your body to respond in a certain way to perceive a threat or situation that actually not be happening. So for example, maybe sometimes you try to pretend you and your spouse aren't having a relationship problems even though your body can feel the tension. Example.
It's crazy.
I was yellow on that.
Dude, no.
I was yellow on
the other
reality.
example they gave though, I think when they read it says like, or sometimes you think people were talking bad about you.
Yeah.
but they're
That's-
just talking.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think that. And
No,
that's,
but-
I think that's why I actually have to retake the test because I personally don't think that. When I see people talking, and I don't think they're talking about me, I could care less.
Some people do.
They're afraid
Some people
to
do.
come up to me and talk to me. Talk to me. I'm kidding.
But it is something. It is something that is like hard to realize unless somebody tells you. that
So,
you-
and then we saw someone else who took the test in the office. Sarai, shout out to her.
Yes.
Her was great.
She had one yellow. Everything was.
Everything
Green.
was green.
Whoa.
And you can see
Yeah,
that
I
though
can
when
see
you
that.
when you speak to her, when you get to know her on a personal level, it makes perfect sense. And I think
Yeah.
that's why these tests were such a trigger to us because we're like,
What's going on with my life?
oh my god, it's true. And when you really start ending like this guy's really making you dig deep.
Yeah, and then asking her like, and she said last year was one of the hardest years of my life to get to the point of feeling less anxious. So, and that's what the guy in the book he always said, like, this is gonna be a hard road. Like, if you're up to it, go ahead. If not, then I totally understand.
I was scared, Danny, when I read that
Dude.
part. I was actually I was scared because I was like, okay, you're gonna do it, but like hold on for the ride.
Yeah.
And he says at the introduction of it, he goes, all right, let's go. And I literally took a moment, Danny, to be like, am I ready for this? But I'm like, you know what? I want to do it because
I feel like after you read the book, you should retake the test and see.
we are.
That's
Oh,
the
is that
goal.
the
The goal is in
thing?
a
Yeah,
year
I need
to
to
get
buy the-
green.
I need to buy
I need to
book.
buy this book.
Dude.
I'm very
In-
intrigued.
In the book about the like fire alarms, he goes, imagine this. He goes, imagine you're sitting on your couch and you turn on the TV and you're watching your show, and then like the fire alarm goes off, and then I don't know if you remember, instead of like dealing with what's going on to trigger heat, you put pillows on it, and so it's not as loud. So you sit back down, and there's a little bit of dust. You cough a little bit, and you do this. You keep watching your show, and then another one goes off, another one, and you take the batteries off of those. And then now at this point, it's super smoky in your house, but you're still watching TV like as little bit as you can. And then he goes, finally, like this caves in because of the fire, and there's a full fire here. And so instead of dealing with that, you keep watching your TV, and he goes, that's what you're doing with your anxiety. And I'm like,
Wow.
whoa,
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
deep.
Yeah.
Gave me the heebie-jeebies,
My
bro.
mom, like, she's watching me read the book, and she's like, I've never heard this house be so quiet. But it's because I'm literally, like,
Is it?
no, seriously, because I'm always playing music or something, but I'm actually, but the good thing about it is that even when he gives some quotes, there's a quote on there that it was telling us about anxiety, that with everything going on with COVID, our minds are actually not meant to live in this type of world. And it takes me back to the Bible, really, that, we're not meant to, we were designed for something better. So I love the way that he actually like translates everything. And if you like to read the Bible and if you are a Bible reader, it really starts ministering to you a lot, but it's a lot because it's like you are literally, and I love the way that he says this book is not me giving you all these type of like big words and how to change your things. Like this is going to be, he one of the little introduction, I think he called it chips and dip or cheese and
Oh, sorry. I guess speaking to the mic. He says, just act like you're sitting like in front of me in a table and we're just eating chips and guac, he says.
and I'm catching myself talking out loud to myself, and I'm just like,
Crazy.
oh my god, what did you say?
I said it's crazy situation.
I hate you. That's where my red comes.
There it is. No, but I got red in connection, yellow and everything else except belief.
Yeah.
Which is
Belief,
I
we
can
all
agree.
have green.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all got greens in belief, which is basically
Yeah.
our faith.
That's the only thing that's so saying.
that's the only green.
Yeah, that's the only green for me too.
I got another green on health, I think.
Hey,
I think
Oh,
that
yeah,
one-
you did.
That one I do because
Must
I
be
do.
nice.
That's the one thing I do, and I feel like it's something from like, I guess living in another country longer. Because my parents always told me to take care of your body, man, because like here it's tough, and now that you get here, like you realize like how different it is.
Easy.
Here, like I'm saying this because like in the U.S. it's kind of hard to like be healthy.
Yeah.
Because every corner
or
there's
better yet, it's easy to be unhealthy.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Easy to be unhealthy. Really hard to do any type of sport.
You see,
any
I'm
type
laughing
of-
because you made the joke. I'm not
Yeah.
laughing at you.
It's hard not to because people are thinking it.
No,
I was
they're
raised
not.
here and I'm a fat liar.
No,
No
and then
one's
he
like-
was on another country. And look at him,
no,
a stick. We look like
Wow.
a 10.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Wow.
Sorry, I said that we were talking about deep and we always make jokes. I apologize.
No, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But it's true. It's kind of hard to be healthy, as in like so many unhealthy options. Like everywhere there's like fast food places. You cannot walk anywhere. You have to drive everywhere. You're always sitting down.
Yeah.
There's like a set time for work, and then you're always like sitting down or like being stationary when you work.
Exactly. So in my case, I go to work, I sit down in front of a computer. I drive sitting down in my truck, drive to my house where I sit down on my desk at my computer in my house to do stuff there. And for the most part, I'm like sitting down.
And when you're eating, what are you doing?
Sitting down.
When you're riding your bike, though,
Sitting down.
So
but
you're working
moving
your
your
legs.
legs.
But moving your legs. But that's the thing. It's like really hard to do anything like physical or like partake in like things that are like good for your body.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's one thing that I always try to do because I love sports, and I
Me
know
too.
like a lot of you guys here love sports too. But I feel like it's really hard to do what you love here, as compared to like over there where I lived in Honduras. Like
No.
if I wanted to play, I could just play on the street. Like we would play with friends.
Yeah, dude. And even one of the questions
not
like,
good, though.
has this last year
just
been hard
kidding,
for you to
brother.
do like things you would love doing?
Mhm.
I'm like, well, no. I'm like, dang, yeah,
Yeah.
100,000%.
It
you know.
is.
But it also wasn't just like a physical health; it was also like a mental health.
Yeah, yeah.
It also like examined your mental health. But I got yellow on that one. I think I'm not that crazy.
Boy.
No, there's a lot. There's a lot. The mental health part, I think, also like always try to like take care of that. But I think like a lot of questions, and that I saw when we were taking the test, it was like the belief part of like, do you worry about the future? Do you worry that your future's out of control? And I feel like thanks to like Jesus, I
Yeah.
can like not worry about that. Like,
But I
that's-
do though.
I know, but I feel like it's valid. You worry
Yeah.
because you care. Though.
Yeah, and it's not that I don't trust God; it's just I don't trust myself.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense. That makes sense. And it's like I've never questioned, and I think that's why that the book.
And
those
even if you did
questions-
question God, it's not a it's not a crime. Like
It's
it
not a
happens.
crime.
It happens
definitely
to everyone,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
And I think that's what's beautiful about him is that he knows we're going to question him, but he has that answer for you. But I know for me, even though I don't question him, I question me because I know the type of skin I live in, and I know my weaknesses, and I know that
Yeah.
I worry that I know it's hard to talk about it, but it's just I don't know.
You can mess up.
Yeah,
You can mess up.
Like I said before, humans are idiots.
yeah. And sometimes we lack of giving each other grace.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and we're sometimes really really hard on on ourselves.
Yeah, for example, like people who are like people pleasers and they don't take care of themselves for the sake of, I hope Anthony likes me. But Anthony's a
don't.
piece of trash,
Yeah.
So
Dude, but
No.
I think that goes back to like the reality section where it's like, are you free? Because it says like maybe you're not maybe you're anxious about your reality because one, you don't feel you're in control of your
Yeah.
surroundings, or you don't feel you're in control of like what you do. Like you feel like other people are controlling you. You feel like your decisions are dictated by other people, or sometimes you feel you can't control yourself.
And even in the book, he's like, perfectionism is like gotta watch out for that because
Yeah.
you're doing everything you can to control as much as you can for the sake of perfectionism.
Absolutely. I'm one of those people that I struggled with that when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until recently that I was able to like get over it because I was always so focused on like getting everything perfect. And it would drive me insane when it wasn't like that. And obviously because of one reason or another, because of the stuff that I went through in life, I don't know.
Right.
But one thing I can say is that like if you're a person that thinks that everything has to be perfect, I have bad news for you. That's bad.
You're about to
And you think it's
you're gonna
good,
get
but
real
it's bad.
disappointed. Yeah,
It's really bad, and it like doesn't help you live a life with freedom and flexibility to like make decisions or let God do work in you. Because when you're a perfectionist, you don't let God work.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Yeah.
You're just trying to do it all yourself, and he's like, you try to control little stuff. For example, you have your house at 78 degrees, your car 78, and your work you try to have it 78 degrees. Like trying everything you can to have these little things in control because the vast majority of your life is not in your control. Like the weather can't control that.
Yeah,
And he said like COVID couldn't control that. Your car breaking down can't control that.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, when he talks about COVID, it literally tells you how much it really messed all of us up. A lot of people it did. When
I went fishing just about every day for like 30 days straight. It was wild.
Dude, that
A
must
lot
be
of games.
nice.
Yeah, dude, it was a dream come true. Got a whole lot of nothing though.
dude, that was
But
a
it was a
crazy
dream
part.
come true.
That was a crazy part
COVID
of
was
life.
crazy.
COVID was hard, it was hard. It was
Church
hard for me.
services. Well, for me, because I was actually at church physically, was a dream, but I imagine for everyone else it was a
No,
nightmare.
yeah, it was
Did you go to? Did you do?
Yeah,
the,
I only missed one Sunday because I had strep throat.
No,
Or
you
thought it was
COVID.
COVID.
No, it was strep throat.
But you thought it was COVID.
I didn't know what it was until my throat was like on fire.
Oh.
And then I looked down there and I'm like, well, anyway, the point is,
you had strep throat.
I feel like
I had strep throat. Not
honestly,
fun.
like when COVID hit, those 2 years, like 2019 and 2020, it's a blur. Like to me, whenever I
Me
just look
too.
back, it's a blur, bro. Like I cannot like I cannot determine what happened during that
I
time.
can't either. I
Those
just
look-
remember TikTok kind of blew up, and that's it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can't.
yeah.
I can't determine like what happened. What did I do? Like when I think about what did I do this at the end of 2020 or was it in the middle of 2019? Like it's just like a big.
It's a big blur.
dude, and all the people graduating, like, or hardly even graduating, that's rough, man.
Or
Imagine.
the kids who don't have field day, track and field day.
Oh, dude.
I feel bad for them.
Like,
Track
a lot
and
of
field day
people
with the
that have
little
prom.
parachute. Oh,
Oh, what?
prom as well. Remember, your kid throw a parachute up, you have to run across on the other
No,
side.
our track and field day is literally a track and field day.
Oh, but that was in the inside. Anyway, we'll have this
Yeah.
conversation later.
But yeah.
No, COVID was hard for me because I mean, I'm a very social person and I like to be out and hang out with people, and I would literally talk to my best friend through like FaceTime, and I would like cry to her, and I'm just like, "What do you guys do?" And she had a full house, and I'm like, "Well, you have people. It's just me and my mom." I'm just like, my mom's dying in there, and I'm over here just like, it was horrible for me. I hated it.
All I remember was Among Us and Call of Duty.
Dude, Among Us was huge.
Dude, yeah, when we played Among Us, we play like in Discord, so we'd be able to talk to each other. So it
Yeah,
was so
otherwise-
much fun.
otherwise-
Like
It's
I
hard.
remember that, but other than that,
yeah, just
No.
the video games.
Yeah.
We would play baseball because you can throw. You're far away from each other, and either way, the police don't really
Right.
care. So we were playing baseball. We were doing sports, and I was going fishing almost all the time. So I remember it as much as my memory is capable of, at least.
It's not a lot.
Well,
Not
for
a
me,
lot.
I was in high school still, so it also like took a big toll on my like academic.
Mm.
Because I like during COVID, I did not care. And online, I'm a person I'm like, very handsy. Like I have to like be there.
Yeah.
So I was online for like sophomore and junior year. Well, half of it. And I'm just like, I don't know. And I just kind of gave up. And like I passed my classes, but like if you ask me what you learn in chemistry honors, I can not know.
You don't remember.
I don't
Chemistry
remember
honors?
anything.
You know what's crazy? So today, the recording is March 16. March 14 was the day everything got shut down.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow, how do you know that?
I saw like it
I saw a
popped
video,
up. Yeah, I
yeah.
saw a video. Like people were like, March 14th of 2000 or this year. Like people were like,
Wait.
whatever. But then
Wait,
later,
wait. Hold on.
Cause spring break
Hold on.
was like
what year are we on? We're in 2024, right?
yeah,
So do you mean COVID was 5 years ago?
4 years ago.
4 years ago,
that's crazy to think about.
5 years ago.
It's 2020, 2021
No,
No,
2019.
2019.
into 2020. Because I remember that before they shut it, like everything was there was like news that the virus going on during the Super Bowl. That was the last time.
Yeah,
I
but
remember that.
spring
And that was during
break.
February. I
Yeah.
remember it was
Yeah.
during
It's
February. I do
February.
remember that.
I remember.
'cause I
how it was-
remember-
dude. I remember when the first, like, not even the first case happened in Iowa. I told you guys this story before, but for my viewers, Iowa has not had a case of COVID yet at the time, and so one time we were having a church service and we were serving breakfast, and I'm like, "Hey guys, I don't think it's a good idea. There's this virus going around. I don't think we should be able to do this." Like, Anthony, we're fine. We have hand sanitizer. We're not gonna be sick or whatever.
Thanks the Lord for hand sanitizer.
Yeah, and so then like you don't have to worry about it. It's not gonna happen. Are you sure this virus thing's kind of scary? We turned out to have the first case of COVID
Stop, dude.
at that
No.
church,
Yes, it was so funny.
and I'm looking at everyone. And I'm like,
I told ya.
told you guys, but
That was scary when how I caught it was we all hung out. It was me, Alex, Jonathan, Kyla. Sorry, Kyla, I'm gonna call you out. Kyla, and then apparently her uncle had it and he tested positive for it. And then she texted all of us in a group chat. She's like, "Hey guys, you guys might want to go get checked because my uncle just tested positive for COVID and I just tested positive for COVID." I was like, "Rip."
Oh my.
And so, and the moment I was actually everything was shut down. At the moment, I was actually taking care of my cousins, in school, and I was with them and everything. And my aunt, they were talking about underlying health problems and everything, and so she couldn't get COVID. Like it was really dangerous for her. I was super scared. It was the scariest thing. And I'm like, I had to
did
tell
you
my
get it?
aunt. Yeah. So I texted my aunt and I said, I think you have to come home. I have to go get COVID test because, and she was like, well, if you don't mind, do you mind just waiting outside while I get home? I'm like, I feel like I'm a complete, like, you makes you feel
Like
disgusted.
Yeah.
And so I went to go get tested and I had to tell my mom. My mom, one of my friends tested positive. Then Alex tested positive, and I was like, crap, I'm going to test positive. And I remember at 11 o'clock at night, I got the, when you had to log into the...
I never tested.
It's giving like a...
Is
I
that
never
when you would have to like drive up to a place and they would do it in your car, or what?
Yeah,
did you do?
I went up to the mall, actually.
Yeah.
In the mall, because they were doing COVID tests because they were running out. And so once they did that, I was like, I was hoping that I didn't have it. But man, when they shoved that thing in there to your nose, boy. And then I got the notification. I was like, Mom, I tested positive. And then my mom had to go test it. And then the next day, I was dying of it. And none of my family got it, thank God, in that moment. But those 2-3 weeks, they were really rough.
Yeah, my parents got it bad. Dude.
Rough.
They got
crazy.
it bad, and I'm like, oh darn.
I never got it.
He's never gotten it.
I got it, but I just couldn't like smell or taste. But other than that, I was feeling. It felt like a flu-ish.
You know
type
what's
stuff.
funny? I got it, but until like, because at the point when
Like
COVID
2
started,
weeks ago or something like that, I gave it to everybody.
when COVID started, I was in Indiana. But then, mind you, like the 2019 it went all the way until like the end of 2020.
Yeah.
And the end of 2020, we moved here to Kansas. And so I got it when I moved here because I was going to church.
Welcome to KC.
And I was going to church and, people were wearing masks. And I got it. And that was the first time I got it after 2 years of hearing COVID. And I felt like I was dying, bro. I felt like my body... I remember vividly, like, we were staying, like, at a cabin because we were visiting, in Kansas City. So we
You weren't expecting to stay here.
Right. I wasn't expecting to stay here. And so I'm literally, like, in a cabin and I'm trying to wash dishes because we have nowhere to eat. And I just feel my body dying. And I'm the one washing dishes because everybody's in bed because they're all sick and they're all like just hurt. And I'm just like walking outside and I'm washing dishes on like a random hill plates while my body's completely hurt.
Like
That's
shutting
And then I'm
down.
just like singing a worship song and I'm like, what am I doing here? And looking
That's
around.
hilarious.
If I die here, nobody will find out.
Nobody will ever
No.
What's
know.
weird is that Jonathan, my friend Jonathan, he would come over and I'm like, we're all sick. He was like, I don't believe in that. And I'm just like, well, the whole world has it and it's real because I'm going through it. I lost a lot of weight actually because me and my mom, we would finish a pack of water, like the 24 packs.
Yeah.
We had to. I told him we had to go to Sam's Club and my mom was sick, but I'm like, I don't have anybody else that can go with us because everybody else is sick. And then we're leaving, and so and it was really bad, but I actually went with gloves and everything. I stayed away from people, and at the moment they were only saying 2 cases per people
That's right.
Yeah.
per family. Do you guys remember that?
And
Yes.
the toilet
2
paper.
cases
And the
per
toilet
family.
paper,
One
yeah.
roll.
Oh
or
my
one-
god!
One thing.
Yeah.
So it was extremely hard. But Jonathan never got it.
To this day?
Until this day, yes, he did. He never got it, and then probably about 6 months later, he was like, "Hey, you might go get tested because I just tested positive for it." But in that moment, they were talking about how if you've had it already,
It's not gonna be as
You're
hard.
immune.
you're immune
Yeah.
to it. So we were all excited, like I'm immune. I'm a Power Ranger. Nothing's gonna touch me and everything. And I feel like I got it again, but I think it was just a flu at the moment. And
And then Jesus gave it to everyone else like a month ago.
No.
and-
Some lady at church gave it to me, bro. I'm sure.
But
some people from our church died.
No way, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Do you guys remember? Do you guys know the guy who he's really tall, had white hair, always with that old lady? He kind of had like a grumpy face sometimes.
I don't
That's
No.
very big.
No idea.
Yeah, I'll gotta find a video of him. But there was a couple of people that died from church. On our
That's
church
crazy.
from COVID.
Dang.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
but it was it wasn't fun for me.
You know, I've never been to Denver.
You never been to
ever.
Denny's?
You're gonna get diarrhea.
You don't think I haven't either?
I'm in once.
I don't think I have either.
Well, what's
Anyway.
better, Applebee's or Chili's?
Chili's.
Chili's.
Wow,
Really?
I'm surprised by you because I thought you were
Yeah.
gonna say
You know
Chili's
why?
right away.
You know why? Because what is like bottomless wings?
Oh,
Like endless wings?
boneless wings,
Boneless, yeah,
endless
you can get-
boneless wings. I see
Yeah,
people.
but that's the
double
only good thing,
adjective.
though.
But
I
the
see-
salmon
I
at
see-
Chili's I love.
Yeah.
I seen people like go and
Don't
eat
have
like
some
at least 20 trays of the boneless wings.
Oh my
Dude, might as well, bro.
Yeah.
It's free.
Yeah, let's go do that. You
Well,
have sensor challenge.
Since we're on the mental health thingy, what did COVID do to you guys mentally, or how did it change you, or what do you think? How did it change?
I think it
people?
affected me like socially wise. Like I'm more probably like I was probably more socially awkward after COVID because I wouldn't. I still don't go up to people. It's something I still struggle with. I just don't like doing the first move or talking to new people or group settings when there's like a large group and stuff like that. I don't really voice my opinion. I usually just like
Yes.
or
Your dog wants. He has a ton of
She said, "Shut up, bro."
She said she struggled.
She said, "Shut up." I'm
said-
trying to talk right now.
And
I'm
she
pretty
said
sure
that
she's
you didn't
saying-
take her out.
I'm pretty sure she's saying bark, bark, bark.
You know they're actually communicating.
yeah.
Crazy.
I sure hope.
Well, sorry, your dog.
Group settings, I don't like voicing my opinions. Or like if I'm in a group setting, I usually find like the people I usually talk to just to, like for example,
The people you know?
Yeah, like for example, in choir, just like everyone's there. I'm just next to Danny because I that's the one person I'm more comfortable with. So that's how I am.
I'm Danny.
Danny, what did
You.
it make you feel? How did COVID hit you mentally?
I think I tried my best to act like COVID wasn't a thing, where I did my best to go to every store without like wearing a mask, because like just try to be as normal as you can. So I was very much like, it's okay. Like, what could possibly go wrong? And then I saw my parents get really sick, and I was kind of like, dang. It kind of like reminded me like you can die at any moment, pretty much. And tomorrow, who knows what could happen? Today you're fine, but tomorrow, who knows? Because my parents were bad, dude. My dad was really bad. Like, he lost so much weight, and my mom was super sick. So I was just like, oh, this is the real deal. Like, even though it didn't hit me hard, it hit my mom and my dad really hard. And I was like, dang, these people can die. Because they're older, you know,
Yeah.
age and stuff. Like her, some older. Sorry.
You did not hear
No, I don't want to hear it.
Okay, I was gonna say
I was
no
just,
reaction.
I was just saying, like
Next.
you
Let's
were.
talk about liars.
Next.
Anyways, for COVID, like I said, it was during high school for me. So for me, I was a person during COVID, I would put everything last minute. And that's something that I've like consequently been dealing with, because I've been like, oh, I'll just do it in a sec. Because during COVID, like, you could do anything whenever you could on like online school. So that kind of like, it changed my mentality. Like, oh, you'll just push it to the side and you'll get to it when you can.
Procrastinating at its finest.
Procrastinating, that's the word. And so once like school kind of went back to normal, I kind of got like, senior year was like a big, because it was also, I moved to a new town, went to a new high school for senior year. It was my first time back after online school for 2 years. It was just like a big like, oh God, like it's not like COVID. So I feel like mentally I would just like, I had to like fix my mindset of like how like to organize myself and like what needs to be done and what not. Like, you know, like kind of just like balancing my time. And also what Danny was saying, like it kind of also like during COVID, my parents, they got it really bad. My sister-in-law, she was in the hospital for like weeks. Like it really did change like your mindset. Like, oh my gosh, like anyone can leave at any moment and you can die. And like I think last week we were talking about that too, like in any moment, because like the shooting we were talking about that, like any moment, like someone can leave and you won't be prepared. And it kind of like also scares me, and it also like makes me like value my time with my family, with my friends and stuff like that.
That's why you gotta say I love you to your close ones.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
To your
This
loved
got
ones.
really deep.
I feel like, you see, this is where.
Love you, man.
All right.
Anyways, Harson, what did it do to you?
Well, to me, that was it. That was the really hardest part, because the unknown, because it was such a new virus that I didn't know how my body was going to react. So as soon as I got the positive test, I immediately went into panic mode. I was panicking. I wasn't sleeping for like the first 2 days and I was kind of like confused. It was weird. I don't know if you guys experienced this, but at night, like I would be confused on where I was at, or like even if I was sleeping or dreaming. It was really weird. It was something, but then again, I was just panicking. And the unknown, and just my mom. I don't know how my mom was gonna react. It was just me and my mom who's gonna come save me. Like the first 3 or 4 days, we were stuck in our rooms. We all had our food, whatever it was. But then after that, like we knew that we just kind of like left the red zone, I guess, because it was supposed to be a 2 week, but it took 3 weeks for us to fully recover. But not being able to taste anything is just awful.
And even after like a few weeks, especially for my dad, he's like super weak even then.
Yeah.
It took him a really long time to like 100% like be recovered. It took him a long time. Because every now and then he'd be like short of breath or what do I know. He'd have like a few issues. But for some people it was like really fast. Other people like, yeah, you're in for a long one. And some people even now would be like, well, I still have this from COVID. So
yeah.
And it's years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and it took me a few months for me to fully recover because I would be still really tired. I would still not taste the food very well. The only thing I was able to taste was carrots, which was weird.
I think I've
That
heard
is
that before.
weird.
Yeah, and that's the only thing I could taste carrots. But mentally, thank God for my friend Stephanie. She would be on FaceTime with me, and it was weird. We would actually like fall asleep there, and because I was by myself dealing with it. It sounds weird, but no, she really helped me a lot through it. Helped me cope
That's
with it.
nice.
But I'm still a baddie.
Okay.
What about you, Jesus?
For me, I think for me, what COVID did, it made me, and obviously with everybody else, but for me especially, it made me isolate a lot more from like what was already happening, because COVID hit, and then I was already had a bunch of problems going on, and so then COVID hits, and then you have COVID on top of the problems you already have in your life, and so then you have to deal with like living in the pandemic while having the same problems that you had before.
Your own pandemic.
So you're living like obviously hard times, but at the same time, like, you know, I was like trying to deal with it, and the hardest part obviously was transitioning from like I was 20 at the time, so I'm transitioning from like that high school mentality to like the adult college mentality, and so COVID slammed that to like just do it yourself, just be by yourself. Don't really like talk to other people. Don't really like connect with other people. And with everything that's going on in my life, and with COVID being there and like not being able to go out, I feel like I even stopped using social media, and I was just using like YouTube and stuff. Like when I look back, I think about like all I was doing was watching movies, watching TV shows, watching like YouTube.
Like a huge lack of human interaction.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Disney Plus was it saved my life.
Yeah.
I watched all of the seasons of That's So Raven.
Oh my god.
All of them. I
Dang.
watched all the seasons, and it was the only thing that was keeping me up. You know, and it was weird because even when you're watching those things, it wouldn't take me back. I was like, wow, I really had it good back then. I was able to go out and this and that. But the fact that I read this or saw it on TikTok or something. It says that we're going to grow up to tell our grandkids we
About-
lived through a pandemic.
That's
worldwide
crazy.
I heard this comedian. He was talking about like his mom's from Cuba, and so he's like, you know how like if you're complaining, like when he was a kid, he was complaining like, I don't like this. Like, well, in Cuba you didn't have this and this and that, and so like now we have that story. So like in COVID, we didn't have toilet paper, so you better quit complaining and go do that.
Oh my god! But that's crazy that we actually get to say that we've lived, and we're
Like we're gonna be in textbooks.
You know what's the
That's
dumbest
wild.
thing though? Like why the toilet paper? Like
Oh yeah,
why?
I never understood.
I'm surprised.
The
that
waters
was the
make
first
sense.
No, it's because I made sense.
Hang on, before
I'm not gonna
let
go
me
to
stop you
TMI.
right there because it sounds
No.
like you're about to.
I'm not gonna go into details.
You were in great
but I
need.
think
It was in great need, and you know it was flowing.
Yeah, but people were going crazy.
I was
Dude,
going
they were
crazy.
selling toilet papers. Like people were selling toilet
like
paper.
reselling them.
Reselling
That's
them.
hilarious.
Sammy Jennifer's husband.
You're lying.
I
no,
swear,
he did not.
he messaged me like, "Bro, give me some too, because I'm about to start selling it now."
Dude,
That's
StockX.
StockX.
New toilet paper
Charmin.
drop.
Amazon, remember that Amazon said they ran out of toilet paper
Yeah, because
and Lysol and everything.
Oh yeah, the Lysol.
Lysol,
Is gone,
yeah.
dude.
Do you guys remember that people actually were spraying it on as like cologne?
Dude,
I don't
you know
know
what was
aunt
funny?
was. She was
I've
crazy.
never
You know
heard
what was
that one.
funny? Buying groceries and then cleaning them before putting.
Yes.
My family would do that. We would clean
yeah?
them before taking
No, we
them
would not.
inside.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we would
We
just
did
like
not.
wash them. We would just.
Well, we always wash.
No, we would like outside. We would like leave the food outside the door. We would clean it with like Kleenex
and
or,
then
like,
let them
Clorox,
out, let them
and
air
then
dry.
let them air dry, and then we would take it in.
So what if you have ice cream?
Well, obviously, just clean the carton,
Don't
not
buy
the
it.
inside.
Or eat it in the car before you get there.
But yeah, it was crazy.
Dude, it's like-
and then when you look back, you're like, what were you doing?
Well,
Have you guys ever been in a fight?
no.
Yeah.
Wait,
Whoa!
what?
Yeah, so we were like,
Not with your brothers.
Okay,
though.
sorry, this is
No, we were like-
completely.
so for us it's called elementary school. No, intermediate school, which
Middle school.
Like middle school, like
No.
7th, 8th.
it's 6th grade, but in our little town it's called intermediate school. So anyway, I don't know. Me and this guy were just like, we were friends, but we were, I guess, mad at each other for a moment. And all right, let's fight. But like during like in between classes,
You gotta walk us down. You gotta walk us through
it's
it.
because I don't. I'm gonna try to tell you as much as I remember. So he's like, all right, we're gonna fight in between classes. We planned it all out. We pretty much sat
Wait.
down.
Not
and planned it.
planning
Wait,
the fight.
What
That's
period?
crazy.
I have gym at this class.
No, we're gonna go to
dude.
like
I
go to the
wood
bathroom.
shop.
You go first, and then I'll go after you. And so we I remember we were just in the bathroom and we were just standing like now what? And then I just punched him in the face, and we were both like, whoa, what just happened? And that was it. We just walked away. that was
So-
it.
So you only got one punch and he didn't punch you back?
No, that was it. We were
So
done.
you won.
No, we never talked about it again. We were good after that.
Undefeated.
we were like, all right, we
What?
didn't think we were gonna get this far.
Have you
No.
ever been in a fight?
I've never been in a fight.
Well, let me tell you another one.
Actually, it depends on like.
Another one.
Does
Yeah.
it count like if it's like
Damn.
elementary school, like you're like 5, 6?
No.
No, then I have never been in a fight.
Well, there was another one where Javier and Jay were up to no good. They started calling
She's saying
trouble in
she's
the
saying
neighborhood.
siblings doesn't count apparently.
Hang on. They got
Oh,
one
sorry.
little fight, and my mom got scared, so they moved us. No. so there was a alleyway on the other side of the street, and apparently they were like doing like little brawls, like organized brawls, like you and you, and they would just fight. And so I show up real late because I didn't know what was going on, and Javier's like, "My little brother's against yours." I'm like, "Yo, what's going on?"
Oh!
And so I did, like I was young, I was little, I had no idea what was going on. Never fought a day in my life, didn't even know what fighting was about. Dude, it was like Fight Club.
I got $5 in the little kid.
And that'll settle it. Settle what? I don't know. And that guy destroyed me because I had no idea what I was doing. But he didn't like it. Didn't hurt. I just remember like sworn by one guy. He was like,
Just jumping.
but it didn't hurt nothing. I was just
Oh
like,
my
what's going on?
gosh.
And I don't remember much. But
Did Javier feel bad for?
I believe he felt pretty bad. Yeah, I think he ended up fighting his brother, and I think he put a proper whooping on him. As far as
I
I
think your
concerned.
niece is here.
Yeah, my niece.
My knees are right here.
Well, that's
I never expected that from you, Danny.
Yeah, I mean,
no from Javier.
Oh,
Well, I do expect that
he
from
put a
him.
beating on the other guy.
But you know what I never
he did?
expected?
Oh yeah.
You know what I never expected? The end of this episode.
Oh.
Hey, if
That's-
you guys want to hear more stories,
or our mental health,
or
Or fights.
or
nieces.
Oh my god.
Dogs
Yes.
and babies. Make sure to check out the next episode of YAP Central.
So-
yes, make sure you like and subscribe. Give us a 5-star rating on all platforms of
If
Apple.
you like it, of course.
If you do like it, which I'm pretty sure you guys do. If you don't, hit that dislike button because there's none. I don't think there is. Please don't.
All right, bye guys. Have a
Okay.
good
Your turn.
day, and see you guys till next time.
Hey, stop! Everyone, stop! Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Were you?
No! Stop!
That's
Go
right.
ahead.
We're ending it. We
Go ahead,
forget.
No, talk.
No,
We'll let you talk.
let's just
Yeah, go ahead.
forget
It's your
about
turn.
going to Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Just forget about that.
Forget about
Just
that. Go ahead.
Say what you're gonna
End
say.
it. End it, Harrison.
End it.
end the episode.
Say
End
it.
it.
Do it. End it.
Say roll panda.
Say
I don't like pandas.